Okay, Nigovanin everyone, and welcome to a showcase video of the Steam winter sale, I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, this just started, well, technically today, but it's, it's 12:30, past midnight. So it's the 22nd now, but I thought that, I would quickly look through this. It's not necessarily well, it kind of is, but if I come across anything that I can recommend, I'll recommend it. So it's not a typical recommendation video of games. I'm just sort of browsing through this, giving my thoughts on what I think of some of these games that are on sale, and if there are some that I've played or I owned and have played at length, and I can, recommend it, then I will. So, okay, so let's take a look at this. Hogwarts Legacy. Well, first of all, Merry Christmas to everyone, and Happy New Year, because it's going to be coming. And yeah, okay, so let's begin. Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, this is, it's a MMO for Harry Potter, which I really like. The Harry Potter films, I don't absolutely love it, I guess, as a whole. I think the first three were really good. I particularly loved the first one, I'll say. I love the Christmas feel that it has. There's a certain point where it comes to that. And I think Harry Potter gets the blanket of invisibility, something like that, for Christmas. There's a part early on before the Christmas where someone gets a Nimbus 2000 broom. That's very cool, so I like that. So this kind of interests me, but I don't know exactly how good this is. It's just too many games to juggle, right? Sons of the Forest, Grounded Division 2. This one, I've played. For this price, it's really good. I don't have it on Steam. I have it on, it was on something else, like it might have been Origin or EA or something where I played it on, or I have it on that, and I had fun with that. This one, I think this is the one. You have a drone that you can throw down on the floor, and it's like a machine gun. Keep in mind too, there's going to be a lot more games that are on sale than what you're going to see here. I'm just kind of going through it a bit. I can't go through every single game they have here. So, okay, Horizon, I have great interest in. I might get that. Free to play. This is not on sale, but it is free. Guild Wars 2. I've pondered this one. Gotham Knights. Isn't there like a CW show on this? If it's on CW, it's going to be crap. Valheim, that's kind of like a Conan Exiles, I think. Okay, Redfall, I heard, yeah, bad things. System Shock is something I have interest in. Mortuary's Assistant, I kind of had interest in this. There was a time, and I have a first impression video of it, and I would still like to get it eventually, but not for this price, and I heard that it's quite short. Different from something like a Phasmophobia, but this is more of a, not like divining a ghost or anything. I think there's maybe a story involved in this. What's this? Dungeon Alchemist. Okay, interesting. Oh, is this the one? Yeah, where you create, yeah. Oh, why is it always so expensive? You create your own dungeons, and then you could print them out for, this is just for fun, or if you just want it for like a DM, if you are a DM. And
Dungeon Alchemist,
it does all the work for you. You say you want this to be a dungeon, this part to be a kitchen or a bedroom, and the AI itself will fill it in. It'll populate the room accordingly, and you can move things around, rescale the size and everything. But so it's not actually a game. It's more of a resource, you know, a DM or GM resource. So I think that's rather expensive. Something like this, for me, I feel as if, because it's not an actual game, should be no more than $10, $12 or something. But maybe it's a lot harder than I think, so that's why. Okay, Uncharted, you know, there's an argument between, you know, which is better series, between Uncharted or Tomb Raider. I guess many are saying Uncharted, but Tomb Raider started it all, I think. Yeah, in the 90s. There was no Uncharted back then. So for me, you know, I want to hold out for that Tomb Raider remastered, where you get all 3 Tomb Raiders, or not all 3, you know, the first 3 Tomb Raiders, and they are remastered, yet keeping the original look that was put out by Eidos back in the day on the PlayStation and on PC. Dead Space, I have interest in. Okay, RoboCop, still a new game, so that's why. This one looks very fun, and there's like a thing where you go into bullet time, where time slows down while you fight. That interests me. There are other games I've played that have that effect, had it. Barony, I am very, very much wanting this game. So this is like next on my list that I would like to get. Okay, what else we have? Okay, Sunken Land. Yeah, you know, I was trying to remember the game that my dear friend Toddy Walnuts, whose gaming channel, by the way, is Surviving the Horror, and his movie channel is Todd E. Walnuts. So please do check him out and subscribe to him. But he was asking if, you know, I would give this game a try. So it's $15.99. I just might get this one. I'm almost sure this was the game that he asked. Victoria. Interesting. Cult of the Lamb. Okay, I heard about that. Prison Architect. Okay, Survival Ascended. This is a new one, I think. Yeah, it just came out. Okay, I think my dear friends Falagar and Ari play this one, but maybe now they're back to Conan. I'm not too sure. Conan Exiles. The thing about these games, I think they're fun. I do enjoy them, yes, but I cannot see myself playing something like that for too long period of time. Something like, how can I put this? They're very focused on one thing. Very there's a word for it. I cannot like specialize, or it's very pigeonholed, the kind of gameplay it is. These games like this and Conan are world building, you know, where you're just building, you know, your town up, or building things, a base, and acquiring resources to build those things. Something like Phasmophobia also specialize and what was the word I just used? I just used that word, pigeonholed, a pigeonholed kind of game, where it's just more of not really any plot, just like with the Conan. It's just more of all you're doing is trying to divine what ghost is haunting the place, divining that and taking pictures to get more money to buy better equipment. There's no deep plot, no main enemy to kill. So, you know, those type of games I can only play for so long, but what's great about them is that you don't have to invest too much times per session when playing it, you know what I mean? You can just play it for a quick 20-30 minutes, or you could play it for 2 hours if you want, you know, 2-3 hours straight, I guess, you know, if you have the time. So that's the thing about them. The thing about with Phasmophobia, I feel like I can do that a bit more, because that's literally, you know, I can just play that and take a break between ghost hunting. So whether I play it for just 15 minutes, you know, just do one hunt and then do it and then complete it, collect the money or whatever, and then just stop for the day and go off and do something else, or watch a movie, or take care of my errands that I have to do, you know, just like that. Or I could play for longer if I can, and not feel like I have to be stuck in it as if I was playing a Skyrim or a Baldur's Gate 3. Now, with that being said, of course, I prefer those type of games. Those are my favorite type of games to play, and I have no problem investing time in those. I heard bad things about this one. Yeah, see, it's mixed, like it's not optimized properly for PC. Too bad. There's Days Gone. I think that's for like $13.99 or $12.99 or something like that. So I have interest in that. I would like to get that. Elden Ring. This is part of those Souls type game, like Dark Souls, or what's it called? Dark Souls? Demon Souls? Where it's very punishing. So that's something I'm thinking about. You know, I'm curious about it. I don't think I've played a game quite like that. Oh, a note about Barony. Let me go back up to it. Hopefully it's not too far, but I've always been on a lookout for a game that was like, here it is. Here, I'll click on it so you can see this. I've always been on a lookout for a game that's like this roguelike I played on the 360 back in the day, called Epic Dungeon, and later on it was known as Curse Loot, right? Where it's like a special edition of it where they added one more class, and it's a roguelike. Now, even though it's third person, you know, it's third person, top down, not even isometric, just kind of top down, like a Zelda, you know, original, like Legend of Zelda on the Nintendo, that kind of view. This is obviously first person, but it reminds me so much of it just when looking at this and seeing some footage. You can come across a shop and it looks like you can buy lanterns or torches, right, and equipment you need to survive this dungeon while you're fighting creatures. So for me, it's almost like it's similar in the sense of the game itself. The only thing that differentiates itself from the other is that this is first person, and Curse Loot, or Epic Dungeon if you like, is top down, like a Legend of Zelda, original Legend of Zelda on Nintendo. That's the only kind of difference, but I'm sure there's more differences to that. But you know, you pick a class. I don't know how this is about classes, if you always have to be a barbarian, but it looks like maybe you shoot magic, so maybe you can pick a class or something. Okay, so I got that out of the way. I'm still on the lookout for like a game that's, you know, kind of like as closest to Curse Loot as possible, but that Barony so far is maybe the closest thing that I might come across, and it looks to be a great one. Okay, the Outlast Trials. You know, I did my first impression video of Outlast, and it's quite good. This one looks like it's an MMO of that, so I'm kind of interested. And Dead Space, also interested. This is a remaster of it, a remake, so that interests me greatly. In a little bit, after I'm done doing this video, I do intend to, because I just got the game Demonologist, and I want to do a first impression video of that, but I think I'll do it a little different. I'll start off playing one hunt on the smallest house, the first one, the 6 Tanglewood, on Phasmophobia, just so we can better compare, and something we'll be comparing together and see it together, and I can experience it for the first time while you guys are experiencing it with me. Then once I'm done, I'll switch off to Demonologist and play that and see how they feel, if they feel very similar, or if I can immediately notice things different. Okay. There's one called Atari 50, and I think that's for $29.99 when normally it's $39, so 40. So, you know, it's like $10 off. I want to get that, but I wish that was like $19.99. I do have Atari Vault, which is now discontinued here. You can't get it on here anymore, but luckily I have it. But I hear they have some different games, so it's good to own both. And I think for this Christmas they gave away 6 or 8 new games. Heads up here for Diablo 4, and I have to reinstall this now that I know. But they're giving away for Christmas, and you have until 26th or 27th, kind of horse armor. So I want to get it just for that, reinstall it just for that. I have it, but I hardly play it now. I uninstalled it to give you the you know, an idea of you know, how much I play it. Okay, Stray intrigues me, kind of high in price, but okay, what else? Wow, do I have this already? Maybe I don't. Dishonored 2 for only $2.99. Okay, this looks really cool. I may have to get this. It's a really old game, 2016, but still. There is one called Examina. And, oh, here. Okay, we have Days Gone for only $12.49, guys. You can't beat that. Horizon for $12.49. Okay, and, okay, we ended off there. Examina. Doesn't make a difference really. Here it is. It uses physics, like, you know, it's close to realistic physics in this game, and it's isometric like a Diablo, but make no mistake, there's more substance to this than a Diablo game. It is still in early access, and it's been in early access for, I want to say, several years. So it gives you an idea of how long they've been working on this since, look at that, 2015. So they're really fine-tuning this to make this as great as they can. And I think now they most recently integrated magic into this. Don't expect it to be like wielding fireballs from your hands and blizzard spells raining down from the skies, and, you know, not like a Diablo game. But it's as I said, more substance to it. There's more depth to it. You're about to see it. The fighting, it takes into account the weight of your weapon, and see how you can move around barrels and boxes and stuff. Very much like Divine Divinity, or I think it's called Divinity Original Sin, kind of like that. How you can move things around, but the physics are all real. Okay, take a look at this fight to give you an example. They're running around, but when you swing, you know, the weight of it, if it's a really heavy weapon, like maybe a Warhammer or something, it's going to propel you forward, and you'll kind of lose your balance a little bit. You see, I love that. So it's realistic, see, realistic in a sense where maybe this person doesn't really fight for some reason. He's mostly just running away. But I've seen the fighting in here, and it's really good, and it intrigues me. Think, I guess, like Dark Souls, right? How the fighting is, where there's a pattern involved, you know, that sort of thing. So I'm intrigued by that. Okay, here's some other ones. Lunacid. I'll talk more about this, but there was a game a long time ago when I worked at Funcoland back in the late 90s, 97, 98, somewhere around there is when I discovered, I think 97 when I discovered it, called King's Field. And this is almost like a spiritual successor to that. Okay, so that interests me. Blasphemous 2, well, you know, if Castlevania Symphony of the Night isn't coming down to Steam, well, this is almost like the next best thing. Okay, Wizardry, Proving Grounds. This is very interesting because they took the first Wizardry game that's back on the old, were they like Commodore computers, you know, the really old one with just crap, I say crap graphics as a generic term, but it's not crap, it's old school graphics. You know, I still like games like, see, it looks like this. See, this is what I mean. These are the graphics for that. Now what they did was they overlaid the game with the new graphics. I can't even say new graphics because they gave it graphics, not just lines. See, like that, but it is just an overlay on top of what's originally there from the original game with the lines. Matter of fact, you can do like a, I think it's a picture-in-picture type thing, so you can see the old school game in the corner somewhere, so you can kind of look at it at the same time. Look at that. See, this is, see, it looks like that. See that picture-in-picture? You see that? So what you're seeing with these white lines, this is the game, and outside of it, this is what it originally looked like, this white here, and then everything else taking up the screen is the overlay of, you know, this whole picture here remastered into this white, and this out here is all the same scene. Okay, if that makes sense. I think it does. Okay, so let's just kind of go ahead again and look quickly. I don't want to take up too much of your time looking at all of this, but I think yeah, Death Stranding looks interesting. Yeah, if you guys have other recommendations of, you know, what are some cool games for this, if you like, you know, I don't really I get some interaction, you know, in the comments, but if you like, you can comment down below and just with whatever recommendations you like. Not just for me, but if other people come across this video, they can kind of see that too. In a way, is maybe kind of like a way to also self-promote your channel, and I don't mind. So people can see that, and maybe they might take an interest and want to click on your name and check out your channel and subscribe to you. But okay, I think that will do it for now. I'm going to work on my first impression video of, oh look, this interests me too. Wait, I thought I had this, but I guess I do not. This one I can recommend. Dragon Age Inquisition. You know, I've played, of course, Dragon Age 2, I think, where you're mostly in, where you're, I think, pretty much just in Kirkwall, right? Very limited. And then this one, which is, you know, a lot more open and not as, see, the thing with Origin, it's kind of linear, but I mean, there are things about it that, you know, give you some non-linearity to a point, but overall, when it comes to, you know, the game, if you just really want to move forward, there really isn't a lot of backtracking. You know, it's linear in that sense, you know, but done in a much better way than like a JRPG, like a Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 7 and 8. I'm talking about the original ones, how it was in on the PlayStation, original PlayStation. Those were very, very linear. That's how the JRPGs were back in the day. I think they're kind of trying to change that design. They've been changing it now, you know, but back in the day it was not like that. It was not very open like that. Mega Man Collection. Now this interests me, but I heard from people that there's something bad about this. You can go ahead and look at the reviews on this, but something about the transfer here is not so good. Okay, I can recommend this. I have to get back to this one day, as I was loving it, but I got stuck But my good friend Movie Mike kind of helped me out a bit on kind of where to go and what to do. I like this game a lot, and I was most impressed with the graphics, the snow, how you can see the breath of the cold, you know. Okay, so this will do it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and also please, please, please subscribe to help support me. I would greatly appreciate that, and it would help boost my channel and spread the word so it gets noticed a bit more. Okay, so that is it. I appreciate all of you, and Merry Christmas to all of you, and see you.